Hey, what's up, guys? Well, the question is right now, is what we're seeing right now based on the current futures market, is this the Black Monday everyone has been talking about? If you are new here, just so you know, guys, nothing I say in this video is any suggestions for you guys to buy, hold, or sell anything. Make sure you do your own due diligence, and if you don't know what you're doing, make sure to contact a financial advisor. Nothing I say here is any suggestions. Once again, for you to buy anything, I am not your financial advisor. What I do here is translate what the stock market is saying to me, right? Putting that into plain English for you guys and letting you guys know how what I will be doing, how I will be executing things. But everything else you do, just remember trading carries a lot of risk, including loss of capital. Now that we got this out of the way, we having a bit of a situation, guys. We are having a bit of a situation. Before I get any further, just so you know, you guys know, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. You might hear it in my voice, right? I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. But I felt like, you know what? Not that I felt, as I've told you guys already, it doesn't matter what's going on. I will be here. I will be showing up, and I will be here. And if you guys are here, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up, give me anything. Empire Pass as usual, already here, already showing some love. I appreciate that. Anybody else that's here, make sure to drop a like, drop something, anything. I need those engagement, guys. This is the only thing that I ask you guys for. If you have any friends, anybody you know that may benefit from things like that, please feel free to share those videos with them. I would greatly appreciate that. To share the video and help the channel grow. All right. Let me just make sure I set up my YouTube chat here so I have that going. Perfect, perfect. Drop me a like. As long as you here, I need you to like this live. Let's get the channel going, guys. I appreciate the love you've been showing, but we cannot relate. We gotta keep pushing. We have got to keep pushing. So you might see the title of the video and the thumbnail is something referring to Black Monday. For those of you guys who do not know what, you might be asking yourself what exactly or what the heck is Black Monday. So Black Monday was an event that happened in October 1980, around 87, 86. Um, I think exactly around 87 when the market opened and the market dropped 22%. Right now, I don't think we're going to drop 22%, right? But when people refer to Black Monday, they typically referring to like a big drop in the market or a sizable event where the market is probably going to change the direction, volatility will be high, and maybe we're going to gap down. And as of right now, what I am seeing as of right now, it seems like we are going to do that. Markets are under a lot of pressure, and the word Black Monday started to circulate or making the round over the weekend. There are a lot of headwinds that we're dealing with right now. We had some good news on Friday with the Supreme Court deciding to remove the tariffs. People thought, well, if the tariffs are removed, maybe inflation might cool off a little bit because those companies will pass on the savings. I wasn't as optimistic as other people because prices normally don't go down. Companies are not going to pass on those profits, right? It's like, hey, that was just extra money. With the tariffs are illegal, we're getting a refund, but the prices we already put them up. We're not taking them down. That's the way I was interpreting that. But a lot of people had high hopes. A lot of people had really high hopes that inflation was going to cool, and this is not something that we are seeing. Again, we also have the administration also announced they will be putting 10% tariffs globally on every single country, right? And we thought it was 10%. Some people thought it was crazy. Why 10%? Why are we doing that? Well, guess what? That has changed. It's 15% now. It is now 15%. It's 15% tariffs on every single country. This is what we are going to go with as of now. Again, we still have the geopolitical issues in the Middle East. There are some rumblings that the armed forces were fed very, very nice, meaning steak, lobster, pie, um, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. Typically, when they feed those guys that, that's something that everyone we all come to know. When they feed the armed forces those things, that means we are about to do something. an operation, we starting a war, something. It's like they're giving them a nice little feast because if we do get entangled, those guys may not see a meal like that for quite some time. So that's something that's been circulating around, and there's some inclination that we might strike Iran within the next 2 days, 70, 48, 72 hours. That's what's being reported. We don't know. Again, sometimes these things are put out in the ether as a means of swaying the public or putting out some false information and whatever. We don't know, right? We don't know. Sometimes these things are just games. All right. But with that being said, again, so the market is not really digesting any of those news well right now. We're gonna go in the charts, guys. If you are here once again, just remember to like the video. And I am under the weather. If I sound a little weird, not that I don't always sound weird to you guys, but if I do, just so because I'm under the weather. But I wanted to be here to do this because this is what we do. All right, I keep telling you guys I'm passionate about this, and this is a passion for me. And this is what we do. So we're going to go in the chart, and we are going to go. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit something under the hood, real quick, right? So as we flip here, let me flip this here. What exactly do you guys see when I flip here? All right, let me just do that so you guys could see it. So when I do this, you guys might see there are some numbers on this screen. Let me, if I zoom in just a little bit, there you go. You guys should be able to see it. So this is what you guys are seeing here is I'm actually in a play. I'm in a short position on the futures market right now. I started getting ready for this. There you go. I started getting ready for this, and then I saw the play, and I just took it. Right now, I already took some profit on that, and for what's left right now, I'm up 26. I can't say the number. You can see it. I cannot say the actual number because once you start talking about actual money, actual value, monetary value, that's when you start getting into issues with YouTube guidelines. While I see this here, I am in fact going to move my stop loss down in case this pulls back. I'm good. We currently at 2,800 right now. You guys are actually having the privilege of seeing one of those trades. I may just want to stop out because I have things to do. My take profit was actually right here, but I'm just gonna put this stop loss here and just let it work out, just let it play itself out. That should help me capture about most of the move anyway, so I should be okay. Just doing that. Oh, it seems like we're gonna keep going. Um, yeah, I don't know if any of you guys that are here, if any of you guys are trade futures, but this is what we do, man. Right now we are 3 grand. This is about 3,100. It is a beautiful thing to be able to do things like that. It's not every day I actually trigger a trade and be able to show you guys that trade live. Right now, what you guys are seeing right now, it is live. This is not a replay. You guys can see that this is not a replay. All right. Let's see if I do this. So you guys can see it. You guys can actually see where the market is currently. You guys can see it, and you can go check it for yourself. So that's not a replay. This is my actual play currently running. This is not bad. I'm going to move that. Should I move that down? Yeah, I'm gonna move this down just a tad. Just capturing just a little more of that. The blue line you guys are seeing. This is my 9 EMA. So I'm putting my stop right above the 9 EMA. Just giving it a little move because I think we might pull back a little bit to this. Let me see, just a little bit above the fair value gap. If it comes down and take me, that's all right. I'll live. If it comes out and actually takes me out, that was a good trade. Could have taken the 3 grand, but it's whatever. You know what I mean? You gotta give the trade room to breathe. This is where my take profit is right now. We got very close to it. We got very, very close to that. Let's see what we do here. We're gonna get going, guys. I know you guys didn't come here to just watch me taking a trade, but I'm already in the trade, so I'm going to stay in it. I'm gonna need you guys help to help push this thing down, man. Just got Drop me some fire emoji, some thumbs up, some something, man. Just help me push this thing down. Let's see if that works. I'm gonna trail this world tight now. We're about to trail this world tight, capturing more and more profit. We are 3 grand right now, just capturing more and more profit. Here we go, just capturing more. All right. We might actually pull back to that. We might pull all the way back. We're a bit extended right now on the 9. We're a bit extended. I'm okay with that. We gotta move on. I don't wanna leave the trade just working itself out and see what happens. So I'm just going to do what I typically do. Move the stop again a little lower. I know it's in danger right here, but I'm okay getting stopped out. Oh, actually, we're gonna make more. It feels like it's in the mood to one. I'm about to put my stop right on top of this candle. This is the 1 minute. Okay, let me zoom into the 1 minute. So I only have 1 minute here, so you guys can see that. This is the 1 minute. You guys can see. You guys can see the amount right there. I'm in 5 contracts. I had 10 initially. I already took profit on 5. I'm just writing 5 down. I had different take profit levels. Okay, this is right about 1/3. If it pulls back about 1/3 of this candle, that's going to push me out. I'm okay with that. Again, I can live with that. Seems like he's going to come take me. If I really wanted to hold this a little longer, my stop would have been behind this line, but it is not. Oh, I never confirmed this. Now I gotta move this a little higher. See, this is sometimes some of the mistakes you make when you don't confirm when you move your stop loss. If you don't confirm it, it does not lock it in. You must lock it in. You must lock your stop loss in. And I think he did me a favor. He actually did not take me out because of that. See, there you go. There you go. Come on, guys. I see you guys here. There's 6 of you guys here. I need you guys to like the live, and I need you guys to give me some thumbs up or some fire emoji or something, or wave something. Let this market know I got people behind me so you can keep pushing down. See if we can get to full TP right here. I just moved the stop loss down again. Just making sure I'm capturing more and more profit. If we pull back, I'll be out. I'm okay. Uh, There you go. I think he's taking me out right now. You guys can see it. Number going down. That's it. I'm done. And I'm closing the last TP. Beautiful trade. We are done. Not bad. Not, and I'm gonna blame you guys that was it. You guys did not give me those fire emojis. Therefore, the market did not decide to keep going down. I'm putting that on you guys. All right, all right. Now let's get into it. This is a beautiful start of the week. It's Sunday night, 9 p.m. Snowing outside, cold as hell. We just made some good profit. I think this trade was let's see if I can see that. Uh, uh, uh. Okay. Total TPs right here. You guys could see it. See just about 3,500. Not too crazy, but not bad. Logging out. All right. Woo. Now it is time to roll. Sorry guys, again. I know I took a little time from you guys, but hey, hopefully somebody see this and say, hey, you know what? I learned something just managing a trade real quick. Hey, I'll just take it that way. Now let's go and do what we do. This is a review. Let's dig into it. The market right now is not fun at all. It is not fun from what the market is currently doing right now. I don't know if things are going to reverse, but we're going to review the spy right now. Let's review the spy and see what exactly is going on. Let me see right here again. This is yet another level to the high. We had this. I had removed it when we got down. So we're gonna put this so you guys can see it. So we have some resistance at this level. We had some also at right here, so you guys could see. We right back to a resistance level. All right. Now there is a chance, right? There is a chance. What this sort of showed that we might get that squeeze, right? Look at that. We had volume coming. We had volume coming. Right here, we had volume coming and we actually pulled back more than 50% of this move. But then again, this is structural resistance levels. This is a level we struggle at many, many times. The first time we got to that high, that was the resistance that pretty much kicked us down. Right, right here. You guys can see it right there. So the fact that we're at this resistance level, what exactly does that say? What is the path of least resistance? It would be down. But then again, don't be surprised if we just have a bounce and do that. This would not surprise me at all if we do that. But then we have to see how things are going. But it seems like there are some jitters for the things I talked about earlier, right? When we talk about um, the issues where we might start do some sort of operation or we might bombing or full scale war. We don't know. There are jitters out there, and you guys know, as I've been telling you guys, right now this is blatant. They don't hide it anymore. People are letting us know. We know what's going on. All right, and not only we know what's going on, we're going to act on it. All right. So we had this great Kindle that we had, and that was once again another opportunity for who? For those guys to sell into retail once again. That is all that's happening. We've been in that range forever. We've been in that range. We are not moving, right? Before I go digging a little deeper, let me go on the weekly so you guys can see what the weekly is, right? So this is the weekly time frame. Let me just zoom in a bit so you guys can see it. So this is the weekly time frame and whatever. You would think this is doing more of a bull flag, right? This is what this seems to be doing in the weekly time frame until you start looking at the MACD and see what the MACD is doing. Look to see, even though we had this nice candle, nice bullish candle, but when you actually look at the volume profile, we barely had any volume, barely. So we're still squeezing right in between here. Now, what exactly is going to happen? I do not know. We shall see. Oh, excuse me. Going back to the daily once again, I would not fault anyone if they decide to buy this and they maybe you did not pay attention and see that we were at structural resistance levels, right? But if you mess with me, we have been talking about this for quite some time. We have been talking about it for quite some time until we can break this level right there. Until we can break this level, this is no place for you to take no leaps on the spy. I mean, if you wanna do that, that's brave. You know what? This is no place for me. Let me rephrase that. No place, correction. No place for me to take a leap on the spy. But if we are at support, we are at resistance. It's okay for to nimble and get something. Right here, as you guys are well aware, I take put positions just as insurance against my portfolio. The past couple of weeks, that has worked out very, very well for me. Why? Because every single time we get to resistance, we drop to support. Every time we get to support, we bounce to resistance. So I've just been doing that, playing that game, just doing that. Hey, I'm just gonna keep doing that. As long as you give me the chance, I'm going to keep doing that. All right. Let's dig it in the 4 hours and see what we are looking at here. This is the 4 hour time frame. Boom. So this will be our compass, right? That's our compass right here. I mean, if you want to play it tight, you can use this one. That would be fine. That would be fair. Yeah, actually, that's fair right there. because we had a bounce here. This was the first bounce. We had a bounce here. This is our level, and you would have to put this as a what? For those of you guys who mess with me, as soon as I do those, you should see it. Again, what exactly do we have here? This is a wedge inside of a wedge pattern. All right, this is a wedge inside of a wedge pattern. I mean, on a macro level, we have a wedge pattern, but if you dig down in the 4 hours a little bit, you also have a wedge pattern. So we'll see how that plays out. We might we might come all the way down here, bounce up again, and we might continue doing this. Or maybe tomorrow, if we have some bad news, if tomorrow we have a bad day, right? And then we actually have the strikes, and the strikes are not limited, and we started hearing that there will be retaliation or anything like that. We can expect to actually continue to move down. So we just going to see. But as of right now, it does not look very good, and I will show you guys what I've been telling you guys on cryptos. I've been telling you guys like Bitcoin looks like dead money for the short time. There's not much going on. If you in Bitcoin, if you're holding any cryptos right now, man, I feel for you. I feel for you. It's tough. I know it's tough. But I feel for you. If you guys are here, once again, I'm gonna repeat. Make sure to like the live. That really helps me with the algorithm. It really helps the algorithm push out the channel. I would really, really appreciate that. Drop me a like, drop me a fire, drop me anything. Drop me an emoji. Say what's up. Ask a question. All right. You guys know I love answering questions because I feel like I'm actually providing some useful tips for you guys. So if you have any questions, make sure to do so. All right, let's go into 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours look good. This is why I said I wouldn't blame anyone too much. But there's two things with that, right? Two things with that. If you guys remember properly, there's two things I always talk about. Um, it's not follow your process. That was always the thing, the main thing. POP, follow your process, and trade your trading plan. Your trading plan should have helped you avoid those trades. So when you come into tomorrow, you don't get caught into anything. What do I mean by that? This actually looks pretty good. It looks like we might squeeze, but I always say it to you guys. It's not the pattern, just the patterns we see, right? It's where is the pattern being formed. So if the pattern or bullish pattern being formed at support level, that is very bullish. That's acceptable. But if a bullish pattern is being done below, right below resistance level, don't take it. This is how people get caught in false breakouts and things like that. And I'm not saying this is the only way you get caught in false breakouts. It does. This is something that just happened, right? But by following those simple principles, that will reduce the amount of false breakout you have to deal with. All right. Going right back in there. Hey, what's up, James, man? So just going away a little bit for Mexico. So Mexico is a little excuse me. I don't know how impactful, because we do import a lot from Mexico. So Mexico is dealing with some issues because I believe they killed a big drug kingpin, and those guys are retaliating. They're showing heavy force. You guys know the cartel is not small. Those guys are like little, you can say they're like guerrilla armies, pretty much. So that's the issue that people are dealing with right now, because those guys are retaliating after their boss was allegedly killed. Is that going to impact, excuse me, any shipment of any goods in the U.S. where we might up having a shortage of some stuff? I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But this is what's pretty much going on in Mexico right now. Going back into the chart again, you guys can see the patterns that are being formed. You guys can see it, right? This is the patterns that are being formed, and they are being formed right at strong resistance levels. All right, strong, strong resistance level, and that is the reason why you would have to stay away from that. Even though this looks very good, we squeezing up. This was a resistance, a bit of a wedge. We squeezed up. Look at that, we're squeezing up, but this is where we are. We're being sandwiched between two support and resistance levels. Just don't touch it unless you wanna buy some sort of insurance play for a drop in case it drops, right? To protect your portfolio. You do that to protect your portfolio. If you don't have long term stuff like some leaps and whatever you've already purchased that you just want to hedge your portfolio against, right now you're just gambling. All right, because the stock market lately has been more of a day traders market based on how things are moving. All right. If I go in the, but again, a lot of things look very good in this. We had increased volume. The MACD looks good and all this kind of stuff. However, we are very close to a trend line going down, and we are at strong structural resistance levels. This is why we don't take those trades. If I dig in just a little bit, guess what? The 30 minutes would have told you. I don't think you should be taking that trade, right? Because look at that. We are a bit extended in the MACD, and the MACD is actually looking to curl back down. All right, now let's take a quick look at the Qs and see what the Qs are telling us. We had a nice squeeze in the Nasdaq. That's the tech stocks, guys. We had a nice squeeze in the Nasdaq on Friday. I mean, same pattern as the Qs, but there was a little bit more space to maybe squeeze up. If somebody take this one, right? I can't fault you for that. There's like about a 2 point gap. If you want to take the top of the this thing, it's about a 5 point gap. I wouldn't fault you for that. If you take it, I would not fault you for that. That would have been a good trade. The probability is not as high. Again, because of where we are and what's been happening, it's very choppy. So that's what I would have recommended. If you're looking at the 4 hours, it's sort of like the exact same thing as the S&P 500. You guys can see we made a higher low. We made a low here, higher low, higher low, higher high. So we look at this high. Actually, no, that's a double tap. My bad. I'm sorry. So we made a double tap right there. We can't squeeze yet. But once we pass that top, we have resistance also right there. Just a couple points. If you day trade in it, right, and intraday you have that break intraday, you can easily go that route. But at the same time, when you're looking at the 4 hours, what is not a pattern that you guys see that may interfere with that continue to squeeze up? So we have this big bullish candle. We have like an inverted hammer slash doji, I guess you could say. This is a doji with a long bottom intel doji. So the risk that is faced is a possible big bearish candle to give us an evening star. I have a question here. Hey, what's up, man? Say hello. Um, is there a pattern that have been working for you in this market? Um, the best pattern that has been working for me the most in this market has been the inverted head and shoulder pattern and the head and shoulder pattern. I keep seeing those over and over and over. So I have been playing those a lot. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people are scared of them because a lot of them are not perfect when they show up. Like I remember taking this one when I saw the squeeze, inverted head and shoulder pattern. You have another one. Oh, let me just remove that. You'll have another one here, right? But when we got up there, we had a what? We had a head and shoulder pattern. Right here, we had another head and shoulder pattern. So I have been seeing those. That's the best one that has been working for me so far. But then again, it's just a matter of having the eye, having the conviction to take them, and as a matter of fact, to even taking them a little early. Many times I come on here and I'm letting you guys know, like hey, this is what I'm seeing. I think there's a shoulder being formed here. Once that shoulder is done, we're going to drop or we're going to squeeze. So I've been doing that with you guys a lot, and you guys see it, right? Pretty much calling what where the market is going to go the next day. This is why I keep telling you guys that I strongly believe candlestick pattern is the language of the stock market. You need to learn to speak that language, right? The market is telling you what is most likely going to do. Nothing is 100%, but we live in the probability game, and our job is to make sure we're on the right side of that probability. All right. Uh, okay, I have another question here. Do you have a video I can learn from? I do not. I did mean to get a video done today. Unfortunately, the past couple of days I have been under the weather. I tried to make one on Friday. I just did not have the energy to get it done. Yesterday I was in a horrible shape. Even today, I thought about it making it today. I really didn't have it. I'm only here because I told you guys, I promised you guys I would show up no matter what, right? I told you guys I would show up no matter what, unless it's extreme situations. That's why I'm here. I'm here tonight. Um, you know. Anyway, going back. So this is the cues. That's what the cues are doing. If we're looking at the 30 minutes again in the cues, you guys can see exactly what is happening, right? There you go. I told you guys what we need to see in the cues for us to squeeze up. We would have to break this line, and we did. We break it, and we squeezed up, and we got right to that resistance level. You guys can see it right there. So we have this being served as resistance, and it came literally that as that exactly that same level on Friday. That is the exact same level. I'm going to put that a different color so everyone can see it. Let me just get rid of those because these things are going to stay in the chart. And that's just me, guys. If I have all these things in the chart, they're going to annoy me. Okay, let me put that green and zoom in so you guys can see this was the resistance line, and he could not take it. That's as far high as it got to. But even that day was not a tradable day. Look at those. There's no pattern here. The entire day we had no pattern. Okay, that's the problem. Hey, Empire Path, no problem, man. That's the commitment that I've given to you guys, and I take that seriously. Once again, this is something I'm very passionate about. And as soon as I'm done here, I'll make sure I have some tea, hydrate a little bit, get some rest, and we're back at it tomorrow once again. Now, let's go and take a look at Bitcoin. It is bloody. Bitcoin is bleeding, guys. Bleeding. I told you guys, I saw some knuckleheads convincing people to actually go in at this time, saying right now is a time to buy because this is doing a bull flag because if you're looking at this pushed up and this is doing that, this is a bull flag. And no disrespect. It's not like to say anybody doesn't know what they're doing, but that's just for me to say sometimes people are just wrong because of their conviction, right? And the reason, and I'm not gonna say who the that person was, but I think one of the reason they were saying that they wanted people to come in, they is because they have been a Bitcoin bull. They believe in Bitcoin. They were one of those people that was predicting 500,000, 250,000 to 500,000 Bitcoin. So when you do that and you push people to buy and it's dropping, so now it's like instead of realizing, sometimes we do that as traders, no matter how seasoned you are. You have conviction in something, it goes against you, and instead of you accepting defeat and whatever, we let our ego and our pride take over, and we start making up excuses and trying to generalize why this is going to come back or why it's going to pop, right? If you have to tell yourself, give yourself reasons as to why something is going to go on, and I've done my review, I've done my share of mistake on that on these things and whatever. If it's not on the charts, you're just doing hope and pray strategy. All right, that's not trading. That's hope and pray. That's gambling. All right. Anyway, For those of you guys that have been here, excuse me, I have told you guys, what is this doing? This is doing a bear flag, right? That's all this is doing as of right now. Until something has changed, this is a bear flag. Where did you guys see this? Right? I talked to you guys when we were right here at this level, right? First of all, I call the Empire Path. This is the patterns I'm talking about, right? I call this way up there when Bitcoin was way up there doing that, and I say, hey, this looks like a head and shoulder pattern, and if we break the neckline, we're going to dump. And unfortunately, we did. Again, I know some of you guys do have cryptos and love cryptos, but it is what it is. I have to be honest with you guys. Then when we came down, right? I told you guys what we unless we can actually push up. I had it for you guys. I say, hey, unless we can push up and at least close above a 61% retracement, that was when we came here from this drop from the neckline. We never close above that level, and then we push that. Until we do that, this is still a bear flag, just a long consolidation bear flag. And then I called it for you guys again. I said, oh my goodness, Bitcoin is doing another head and shoulder pattern, but it's doing it with a lower high, which is super bearish, right? Now, I'm hoping some of you guys had a chance to get out. Um, that I hope so. People will, say, hey, you know what? I'm out. But some people didn't. But when we got here again, what I was saying when we got here, I said, hey, you know what? We dropped. This is a big drop. And if you're looking at that, we're not doing anything but a bear flag. And if we break this, this is the scary part. All right. Again, I'm not trying to scare you to sell. I'm letting you guys know what the market is showing me based on technical analysis. So, if Bitcoin finish that bear flag and then break this level, this is where we're talking about to go finding it, right? This would be the best zone. That's like 44,000, right? And if we cannot hold 44,000, we would have to make like a full on whatever, which would be around like 34. Now, how likely is that to happen? I don't know, but this is what the technicals are showing me, and this is all I go by is the technicals. All right, I don't know anything else beside that. And again, it would not be unusual because whenever we have crypto winter, and for those of you guys who do not know what crypto winter is, crypto winter is when all cryptos goes down by 70 to 85%. If you're new to crypto, understand that it's not unusual for cryptos to one make a new high and then pull back 70, 80%, then want to make another new high. All right, that is not unusual. This is the kind of stuff that happens all the time. It is not unusual. Now, let's go on the weekly. If we go on the weekly, once again, these are the things that I told you guys that scares me, right? Because if we go on the weekly, that's the higher time frame, meaning a much, much bigger move. If we go on the weekly, so you guys can see it again for the head and shoulder pattern. What are we seeing here? Shoulder, head, and shoulder, which would be that. This is our neckline. All right? This is our neckline. And this is doing that with a lower right shoulder. Whenever you have a lower right shoulder, let me remove that. Whenever you have a lower right shoulder, which would be here, it is not good news. These are the most bearish patterns. Okay. Screen. Okay, my bad, guys. I just realized I didn't have my screen back on for you guys. So I'm showing this right here. This is the a head and shoulder pattern. All right, this is the head and shoulder pattern we have. This is the weekly time frame. That's the weekly. We have a head and shoulder pattern right here. Right, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. All right, so you guys can see it. And when you have a lower right shoulder, this is typically our most bearish type of pattern. Now, what we would need to have to happen, right? So I guess you could say even the okay, let's see. This is the good thing. We have a block of support like right here, right in this zone. So hopefully, when if we do drop, this zone can hold. Now, if we lose these zones, man, this it can get ugly very very quickly. Things can get ugly very quickly. All right. Well, guys, I can't stay too much longer, guys. I have to go meet with those guys as that's part of the community. Once again, for those of you guys who are in the community, the paid members, I will be on Teams for our nightly meeting. I will be there. So make sure to go and find me there. If you're here and you have not done so, please make sure to, if you appreciate the content, give me a like, drop me an emoji, and if you can share that video with more than the channel with more than one person, I would really appreciate that. I would really appreciate that. But don't forget your thumbs up, your interaction, any interaction with the content, with the live, helps YouTube algorithm push it out to more people. As I grow this community to keep coming in and giving you guys these types of review, I hope you guys these are things that you guys can see any benefit from. I hope you guys are learning anything. And once again, you can still share the video. You can like. You can do anything you want. You can ask me questions. And if you can let me know where you are watching from, I would appreciate that. To the couple of you guys that I saw on those previous live replays, that was watching from Portugal and I believe it was somebody from Portugal and someone from Japan. I want to say hello to you guys and thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I will keep putting out the content for you guys. My aim is to teach you guys as much as I, well, not just teach, but translate the market for you guys. My goal is to translate the market for you guys, to make sure you guys know when you see something, you know it. Again, I know for myself, if somebody wants to get my discipline, the way I trade, you can come learn from me. I do have a course, but when I come here to do those reviews, okay, when I come here to do those reviews, I'm reviewing those things. This is purely technical analysis, no fluff, no BS, no emotions, straight technical. A little bit of emotion because sometimes I do feel bad for people who hold certain things when they completely crash. Other than that, this is straight charts. This is what we do here. No BS, no emotion. All right. Going back, I want to review, just check on one more thing for you guys. Just wanted to check on the VIX just to see what the VIX was. Um, VIX is currently still above that, but if you're looking at the VIX based on what I just told you guys, right? The VIX seems like it just did what? If you watch again, you guys should know those patterns with me. If you mess with this channel, one thing you're going to know is your patterns, right? What we are looking at here is a double bottom. All right, that's a double bottom. That's what we're currently looking at here. Is that going to actually fulfill and play stuff out? I don't know. I cannot tell you guys if that's going to play itself out because it has not broken out yet. Right, if I go on the weekly, so I would say around this level right there, this would be a zone. This right here would sort of be a zone that you got that it would need to take before we can see that squeeze happen. When those moves happen, when those squeeze happen, they happen quick. Look at that. This is 2 days. 2 days from 20 to 60. Nah, I'm lying. This is 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks. 2 weeks move. This pop was 1 week. All right. So make sure Just make sure, guys, that you are ready, you are hedging, you are taking precautions, and things like that. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Empire Platform NYC. I'm in NYC as well. I hope you staying warm. I hope you staying out of this blizzard we have out there right now. I wish you the best of luck. And for anybody else who are here watching, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for keep showing up. I will keep showing up for you guys as long as even one of you just keep showing up for me, I will keep showing up because that is my commitment, and I'm this passionate about what I do, about teaching. Even if it's one person I can help, if I can just help one of you guys, this is what it is. And you guys just saw it right in the beginning. You guys just saw that trade I just took on the S&P futures, and you guys saw that play playing itself out pretty much, and you guys saw where I took the profit. And again, this is why sometimes you have to accept things and just take your profit. I took my profit, I believe it was like right around here. That profit was taken. It seems like we actually bounced all the way back up. But anyway, guys, it's been fun. It's been well. I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys follow your process. Again, Apex still have 90% off. Use that code POP. If you trade futures POP, you can get a 50K account for about $20. All right. Now imagine passing an account, a 50K account with just $20. Then you have to pay the activation fee. If you don't pass the account, you do not have to pay the activation fee. All right. Anyway, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Best of luck to you guys. Tomorrow, go ahead, get green. Get in, get green, get out. We're not being greedy. This market is unstable. This market is not fun. This market is crazy. So you go in, you get green, you protect that green, and you run for the hills. All right. Take care, guys, and good night.